Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Welcome to Dr. Mahmoud Alwan's channel, a specialist in sheep and goat diseases. In this video, we will answer a question that every breeder is looking for. The question is, how many kilograms does a yearling eat? And what is the best mix for fattening lambs or fattening sheep and goats? And what is the best protein and energy ratio? At the end of the video, I will answer a very, very important question. Should I mix the feed myself or buy it ready-made, which is more beneficial and which is more economical? So if you are a sheep breeder or interested in the field of sheep breeding and lamb fattening, or if you are considering a lamb or sheep fattening project, stay tuned for upcoming videos and subscribe to the channel. First, you need to know that the amount of feed the lamb eats depends on 3 factors: its age, its weight, and the fattening stage it is in. Let's start our topic with the golden scientific rule. The information that everyone is asking about and searching for. How much feed does the lamb eat? I'll simplify it for you and say that the lamb eats 3 to 4% of its weight in dry matter. Is this dry matter just feed? Of course not. It is divided into 2 parts. The feed, which consists of concentrates, meaning the feed that is concentrates, and at the same time, the second part, which is the filler or roughage. Let's make it a bit easier. If we hypothetically assume there is a lamb or, for example, an animal weighing 100 kilograms, of course, we rarely reach these weights. But to make it easier for you, if the animal weighs 100 kilograms, how much feed should it eat? That would be 3 kilograms. 4 will be 4 kilograms. Okay? If its weight is 50, then we divide by half. It will eat from 1.5 to 2 kilograms. So if its weight height is 25, divide 1.5 by 2, it will be 3/4 of a kilo, and the animal that weighs 25 kilos will eat from 3/4 of a kilo up to 1 kilo. Why you... But keep in mind something, because some people might be surprised. Here, we are talking about the total amount the animal eats. We are talking about the total amount of feed. For example, 1 kilogram of feed contains 70% concentrates and 30% fillers or roughage. So, for example, an animal eating 1 kilogram of feed would have 300 grams of hay or straw. And what is the 70% made up of? Concentrates. Before we move on to the second part, I would like to inform you that there are many channels that talk about veterinary medicine. But here we are only talking about sheep and goats. So this is a specialized channel. The second thing is that there are many channels where non-specialists speak. I am a specialized veterinary doctor here. We just started the channel a short while ago. We posted a few videos and people are engaging with good comments and showing interest. God willing, we are approaching 1,000 subscribers. God willing, we will reach 1,000 subscribers after this video. And God willing, with your support, we will become one of the largest channels specializing in sheep and goat farming in the Arab world. How can you support the channel to help it grow quickly? There are 3 things you can do if you are interested in the field of sheep and goat farming. Subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Number 2, click like on the video and leave a comment if you need to inquire about something specific. And God willing, I will answer the comments as much as possible. And if there is a topic you would like me to talk about in the coming period, please write it in the comments as well. And this video is also an answer to a question many of you asked about, not just one person, so we dedicated a special episode for it. Let's move on to the second part, which is the feed mix. How will we mix it? Let's simplify it and say a mix of 100 kilograms. Okay, we'll put in 50 kilograms of crushed corn. If you don't have corn, use bread. If you don't have it, use barley. Anything that contains starches, work with it. Don't worry. No problem. It will be 50 kilograms of wheat bran. We add it at a rate of 20 kilograms or 20%. After that, we add soybean meal, not soybeans. Soybean meal is what has the very high protein content. Okay? Then we add cottonseed meal or sesame. Soybean meal can be added at 15% and cottonseed or sesame meal can be added at 10%. And then what do we do with the remaining 5%? We use it for other mixtures like limestone, vitamins, calcium, and salts. We will also discuss this in detail either in this video or in upcoming videos. This will result in 16% protein, and this is very suitable for the fattening stage you are in. Okay, let's move on to the feed additives. Let's go to the feed additives. These feed additives are just as important as the feed itself and the feed in general with its additives. It is considered the very costly point in the fattening process, representing 70 to 80% of the fattening process. So I must calculate it well, and at the same time, to avoid wasting your feed, you must combat internal and external parasites. This alone is a disaster because the feed you know and spend on if you are not attentive to doses of deworming and ivermectin. Internal and external parasites. All that we are talking about is pointless. And there is a video you will find on the channel about combating internal and external parasites. Make sure to watch it. And benefit from it well and focus on it well. Come on, sir, write down the secret mix of additives and fattening. First thing, we will talk about the ton. Then you can divide by 10 if you want to divide by 100 kilograms. First thing, you put a kilogram of yeast, This instant yeast is for the ton. We add 3 kilograms of salt. Mineral salt, not table salt. 3 kilograms of mineral salt or 5 kilograms of mineral salt, depending on its quality. We put 1 kilogram of vitamin D3, let's say 5 kilograms of table salt per ton with 10 kilograms of limestone or calcium carbonate. And we can add 2 or 3 kilograms of sodium bicarbonate. There is a very important note, folks, for those who use bread. Make sure the bread is very dry, not moldy or with fungi. That's the first piece of information. The second piece of information is to try not to use a large amount of it. It means don't add the 50 kilograms of bread we mentioned. You can mix in crushed corn with the bread to prevent clumping. You may add, for example, 10 or 15%, for instance, add 10 kilograms. 15 kilograms of bread, 20 kilograms of bread at most, and you subtract them from the 50. There are few. Well, the last part of the video, should I buy ready-made feed or mix the feed myself? This question is often repeated, and its answer depends on 3 factors. Number 1, if you have experience and the materials are available to you, you can mix manually, which will be much cheaper if you have a small quantity. For example, 10 sheep. So you might rely on ready-made feed, which will be easier, more reliable, and cleaner. Of course, the ready-made feed must be purchased from a reliable source, and the percentages of protein, carbohydrates, energy, and such should be written. Everything should be written on the package from the outside, and it should not be from an unknown source. It should be feed that has been tried by breeders and should be from a manufacturer with a respectable reputation. Look, the only difference is that the ready-made feed will be a bit more expensive, but if you have raw materials or, for example, waste, this will greatly benefit you in the fattening process in terms of saving on the percentage. However, it requires mixing with specific ratios to adjust the protein and energy levels. Where is it in the end? In the end, everyone, the fattening process depends on 3 factors: proper nutrition, clean water, and the vaccination program we talked about in the previous video. If you have any questions about the topic of fattening, leave your comment and I will reply to you, God willing. And since you've reached the end of the video with us, it means you are one of the people interested in the field of sheep fattening. Don't forget to like the video, and God willing, follow our upcoming videos. And of course, it would be an honor for you to subscribe to the channel and follow all our new content. This was Dr. Mahmoud, a specialist in sheep and goat diseases.